Atlanta Motor Speedway is the next stop in the Castrol GTX Cup Series. That is race number 4 on the season. It's the running of the Bass Pro Shops 500. On the pole, but race at 189 miles an hour, it is Charles Jackson at number 5. Still looking for his first ever Castrol GTX Cup Series victory. Beside him in the 70, it's Zed Weinstein. Row number 2 has Dylan Poteet, the Rockingham winner in 17, and the 94 of Jacob Lawler. Row number 3, Jeff James in the 21, and the 9 of Evan Jones. Then it's Nicole Williams. She's one of the ones to watch here today. In 27, she starts in 7th position. And beside her, Wes Riddle in the 66. He starts in 8th position. And here comes the command to fire him up here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Drivers, start your engines!
And giving the fire the engines. Row number 5 has Jack Richards in the 6, and alongside of him, Cameron Gilson in the 1. Row number 6, Keith Batson in the 28 position, or 28 car, excuse me. Beside him in the 18, it's Kevin White, the Interstate Batteries Lumina. Then row number 7 has the 12 of Pichu London and the 11 of Adrian Becker. And then row number 8, whichever, has Nick Baxter in the 2, the defending race winner, and Rohit Baderview in the 90. Field off at corner number 4, the Corvette pace car ducks off on the pit road. The field being led in the hands of Charles Jackson, the Levi Garrett Chevrolet. The green flag waves and we're underway here at Atlanta. Already over 160 miles an hour in the middle of turns 1 and 2. We saw a great race in the Nationwide Series. We hope for the same in the Aero 88 cars here in Cup. It's the first time these cars have seen this track at Atlanta. But boy, look at this, 3 wide for the lead already. Jeff James, who started this race, I think, where was it, 5th spot? And he's up for the lead, and now Nicole Williams, who started 7th, she's going for the lead herself. And oh no, 4 wide in turn number 1 and 2. Batson and Richard Seif, oh! They saved it! What the heck? That is driving if I ever saw it in the middle of turns number 1 and 2. They were 4 wide and they made it. And that never happens really. But Nicole Williams, that's allowed her to take the lead here at Atlanta. On lap number 2 of the race, our Daytona 500 winner, Pichu London dives inside of Keith Batson for 2nd. And now here comes the 2 car of Nick Baxter, our defending race winner. And he's got Jeremy Doobie in the 68 right behind him in the Country Time Ford. Last time by 197 miles an hour, 196 out of the leader. From the back bumper of Nicole Williams' car, you're on board with Nicole as she goes into turn number 3. And squeezing right in front of the 12 of Pichu London. London's got that Buick working down low perfectly for him. As Nicole leads another lap, but here comes Pichu diving inside. And he shoves Nicole up the track in turn number 2. And now they're going to line them up, so they're going to pace this race and start it all over again at over 195 miles an hour. Boy, these Aero 88 cars, they have given us some great racing so far this season. And speaks high hopes for these cars for seasons to come. Nick Baxter into the lead now, number 2, with right behind him his team car, Johnny Gardner in a 42 car. Johnny trying to win his first in a long time. It's been so long, I say Johnny's about forgot how it is to win a race. And he's clicked off the fastest lap of the race, over 198 miles an hour. So they were running about what the Nationwide cars ran at this track here, except they ran 204 in qualifying. These cars ran 189 in qualifying. But the draft is everything on a track like this at Atlanta, even though it's about a mile shorter than tracks like Daytona or Talladega. But on those high-speed tracks, drafting is everything. Ryan Cooper in the 24 car goes in the 3rd spot now. He brings Bobby Ogo in the 33 with him, the Skull Bandit Chevrolet. Right behind him, another green and white car, Joshua Osborne in the number 26 number 26 Quaker State Buick. It was a Ford last season, by the way, but. And Osborne's another one to watch in this race here because he had a dominating run at Rockingham and ran good at Vegas as well. Just never produced the results to a win, and Joshua hopes to turn that trend around sometime before the season's over. He's the Season 2 champion in this series, by the way, when he drove the Jennifer Jo Cobb racing car to the championship there. Now driving for King Racing in the number 26 car, and it's got a lot of horsepower in the hood of that Buick, let's put it that way, and it's an 87 Buick he's driving, and right now battling with the 20 of Dalton Day. But right now he's about to get pressure with the 52 car of Daniel Day. I'm not sure if he's in relation to Dalton or not, but all the while, Nick Baxter in the 2 still leads the race here with Ryan Cooper in hot pursuit in 2nd place in the Jeff Gordon colors. And it was Atlanta Motor Speedway where Gordon made his first ever Cup start 21 years ago. Hard to believe it's been that long ago, too. It seemed like yesterday. But right now, Cooper takes the lead, but right behind him, Bobby Ogo in the Skull Bandit Chevrolet, and he's bringing Pichu London with him in the 12 car to race Best's Buick. And Bobby Ogo goes for the lead, and he's got it. As he brings the Bandit out in front. Look at this, 6 cars right there together in a lead pack. Here, Pichu London now for the lead. But he's going to take the lead, but oh, look at Daniel Day in the 52. He swung out to make it 3 wide. He's got the Chevron Charles Sanford in the 75. He made it 3 wide for the number 3 position. Now goes 3 wide for the lead. He's got the Chevron at 28 of Keith Batson. Now Keith had thoughts of making it 4 wide. Keith made it 4 wide about a few laps ago, and it worked. But I don't know if I wanted to try that again. You get lucky once, you can't get lucky twice sometimes. But Charles Sanford will take the Valvoline Pontiac to the lead on this lap, but he's going to lose it here to Keith Batson or the 8 of Cody Lamas, whoever. As Lamas brings his Miller American Buick to the inside. That's the white Miller American Buick. Part of that 2-car operation for the Stavola brothers. And now Austin Ogo gets in the mix now in the 30 car, and he's going to bring Nicole Williams with him. Nicole back up in the driver, after losing the lead pack for a while. 3 wide, 3, maybe 4 rows deep. This was like Talladega racing than it is in Atlanta. Boy! Bumper to bumper and door handle to door handle at over 195, 198 miles an hour on this racetrack. And that's allowed Austin Ogo to pull away to take the lead. But Nicole Williams now goes into 2nd position now. But the 19 car of Drew Austin, who almost won the nationwide race, he's going to try for some battling himself in that bullseye barbecue sauce colors. And that car being owned by Chuck Little. That is the father of Chad Little, who owns that machine. It's a small team, but boy, it's running right there with the big dogs, that's for sure. And Kyle Matthews in the 29. Kyle was disappointed. Let's just say he was heartbroken after the race at Rockingham. Looked like he had the race won, and all of a sudden got spoiled by Dylan Poteet with 2 laps remaining in the race. And Kyle looked like he was on his way to a solid victory, but unfortunately, he's still got a goose egg in the win column in the series. But the way his car's been running the last few races, its win may not be far away. We know it ain't far away. It's just a question of where he'll get it. And look at this, from last place starting spot, this car started last place. That's Tanner Doobie. Started last and is going for the lead right now, as we have now just passed 17 laps in this race here. And now Tommy Hernick in a 7 car. It's the championship car from last season. And it's now making a 6-car battle for the lead here. As this time by be 18 down and 15 to go. 3 wide for the lead. Tanner Doobie out in front. I tell you, as much 3 wide racing we've seen so far here today, it's a wonder why they haven't wrecked. That is just amazing. Tommy Hernick, car number 7, going for the lead. No! The 19 of Drew Austin's going to spoil that. And Drew says, nuh-uh, Tommy, I'm wanting the lead. Dalton Day dives inside now of his old ride, driven now being shooed by Dylan Poteet in a 17, our winner at Rockingham. Dalton Day, he's had some fast, his 20 car's been fast every race we've gone to so far. And so too has this car of Mike Becker in the 15. Same team but with new colors on his 87 Thunderbird. And Mike's making a strong case for a top 5 spot. 4 wide for the position. But Kevin White in the 18, he made a smart decision to back out of it. Nah, wouldn't blame you there, Kevin. But that's going to let Bobby Ugo just up ahead of him now. But Tanner Doobie, he's still out in front here with a little bit of a lead now over Tommy Hernick, but still plenty of racing left, so don't pencil in your winner yet. Because anything can happen in those final, now 10, it'll be 10, about final 12 laps. And usually does, too. 19 car, Drew Austin takes another look inside Tommy Hernick's car, but that's letting Mike Becker and Dalton Day into this battle now. That's 1st through 5th you're looking at right here. But they are closing in on the leader, Tanner Doobie in the 25 car. Becker diving inside of Drew Austin. Here he comes. Mike Becker for the 2nd position now with the help of Kevin White in the 18. And Tommy Hernick shoved up high. Now Jack Richards, in the 6 car, joins in on the fray. And look who's come to dinner in that 3 car. Ann Batson. That's Keith's wife. And looking a little racy here in the last 10 laps of this race. Let's see where Ann's clocked at this time by. She was way back in the back for much of the race. And now she has cracked the top 10. She's in 6th, knocking on the door of that top 5. She won last season's Coca-Cola 600, so she is automatically in the All-Star race at Charlotte. Now 3 wide as Tommy Hernick dives inside of Mike Becker. But all the while, Ann Batson's passed them both now, and he's just got the help from Cameron Gilson. But I'll tell you, Tommy Hernick's car is strong in that outside lane, which is unusual. But now Gilson, he decides to make a move to the inside, make it 3 wide. But Batson throws the block in that 3 car. Now she wants to decide to join that lead pack. And Ann's saying, come on, follow me, guys. We're going to the front. And she's about to catch the rear of Jack Richards' car in the 6 car. But Kevin White in the 18 and the 25 of Tanner Doobie still 1st and 2nd right now. Here with 7 laps to go. Gilson again makes the move on Batson for 4th. But until you want to start to make the move for the win, though, you're better off staying single file and draft. But Charles Jackson chooses not, Charles Jackson's in the 5. Why do I keep saying that? Jack Richards in the 6. He chooses not to do that. He goes by Ann Batson, no, that's Cameron Gilson goes by Ann Batson. Excuse me. Jackson decides to step out of line, but now look at Zed Weinstein and Mike Becker. They're letting themselves in this battle for the win here. 5 laps to go here at Atlanta. Can Tanner Doobie hold them all off to get his first win of the season? Oh, problems! Or nope, false alarm. I thought that there's this wall scraping going on somewhere. 3 wide for the lead. Jack Richards, car number 6. He dives inside of Kevin White for the lead. Cameron Gilson, he gets into it in the 1 car. 4 to go. Becker and Weinstein, they're getting themselves in position. Backstretch, another time. Jack Richards jumps out in front. Car number 6, Castrol Light Ford. That's the first time he's been in a Ford since, well, actually, first time he's been in a Ford ever in this series. He's been in a Toyota and he's been in a Chevrolet. Cameron Gilson and Zed Weinstein hooking up. Evan Jones in a 9 car. He decides to make a move. Two laps to go for Jack Richards. Can he hold them all off? Kevin White and Cameron Gilson battling for the number 2 position now. It'll be the white flag this time by Dalton Day. Is going to make the move on Tommy Harnick, trying for the number, looks like, I think for number 5 position, I believe is what it looks like. But nothing doing there. The white flag waves for Jack Richards. He'll have 1 lap remaining, but Cameron Gilson's getting closer. But does Gilson have any steam to catch Jack Richards? Off of corner number 2. Gilson using the draft to try to catch Jack Richards, but as they come out of the 3rd turn now, Richards holds that low lane down. Gilson tries low, but it's not gonna happen. Gilson tries inside. Nothing doing. Jack Richards wins the Bass Pro Shops 500. Cameron Gilson, oh so close to getting that first win, comes home 2nd. 3rd was Evan Jones. 4th, Dalton Day. Tommy Harnick continuing to be impressive in this series. He finishes in 5th spot. But no caution in this race at Atlanta. That's impressive enough here. Average speed 194.576. Margin of victory 48 thousandths of a second. That's pretty close. We've seen that. See, these cars have been giving us some great racing this season. Now a lot of people wonder why I don't go to the BR13 cars. Jack Richards wins the race here today. Cameron Gilson 2nd, 3rd Evan Jones, 4th Dalton Day. We gave you the top 5 in this race. Austin Ugo was 6th, Kevin White 7th, Ann Batson 8th, Ryan Cooper 9th, 10th was Tanner Doobie, 11th Cody Lamas, 12th Charles Jackson, 13th Johnny Gardner, Jeremy Doobie, Daniel Day, Mike Becker, Zed Weinstein, Drew Austin, Jeremy Mayer, and Keith Batson, the top 20 in today's event. Nick Baxter in 28th position. He was the defending winner of this race. Wes Riddle dead last. So, yeah. But for Jack Richards, a big win here today as he takes a Castrol Light Ford to victory lane. And here's your points as they are after 4 events. It is Rohit Baderby with now a 12-point leader over Joshua Osborne. Austin Ugo 3rd, Dalton Day 4th. Cameron Gilson is 5th in the points right now. 6th, Tommy Harnick. 7th, Nicole Williams. Tanner Doobie 8th. Cody Lamas 9th. And Jeremy Mayer in 10th place. And then only down to Drew Austin in 20th spot right now in the points chase. Some of your top competitors right up there. Some of your top names, though, down in the list, though. As Nick Baxter trails off in 38th spot. Bristol Motor Speedway is next to Food City 500. Don't miss it.